Welcome, Titan Army. We're tuning in live from Brazil. We have Persigal, otherwise known as WFP 2002, as well as Traval, otherwise known as Thunder in the Discord, live in the room with us. We're so excited to be doing a Titan Talk with our teammates from Brazil. And as always, we've got an action-packed AMA for you, covering some tournaments, highlights, a global recap about what we've been up to here in Brazil, as well as what's coming next for the arena. We'll kick things off with a look at the results from last weekend's affiliate tournament, who made it through, which Titans dominated, and how the format played out across both of the brackets. From there, we'll shift gears and talk about the next affiliate tournament coming up on July 19th, including format details and why you should be locking in your spot early next week on Tuesday. Then we'll shift focus to Brazil, where we currently are, and we're gearing up for our regional release here throughout the country. We're working closely with our local marketing agency, cementing our plans and defining, just exactly how we're going to be releasing Reign of Titans in the market and preparing for a full-scale push. One of the most exciting pieces of that plan is our collaboration with Guaraná, which we will dive into more today. And do we have some alpha for them, Mads?
We do. So, hey everyone, happy Thursday. We do, and this is going to be some alpha for your eyes only. You'll know what that means once we get to that section. But it's going to be exciting for all of you that are here with us live with the TitanTalk.
Amazing. And then from there, we'll close out with a look ahead. I see Hay is already asking about it, but a look ahead on our upcoming balance update, as well as our continued matchmaking and tournament stress testing, and what that actually means for you all in terms of competitive play moving forward. Well, before we dive in, I know Ads just kind of did a little bit of a speech there, but Ads, anything else to add?
No, just, we've had such an amazing week here in Brazil. Not only do we get to hang out with the team, right, which is always great for us to be in person, get ourselves synced on the same page, get ourselves kind of hyped up for what we got going on. But it's also just been really productive for us in terms of everything that we're trying to do with our Brazil release. We'll share, obviously, as much as we can with all of you today, as much as we're legally able to. There's a disclaimer. But what we are legally able to share is pretty exciting. So excited to dive into it all.
Amazing. So let's talk about our affiliate tournament that took place last weekend in Titan Army. What a tournament it was. Our latest affiliate tournament was the Anything Goes XI, and it wrapped up this past weekend. And once again, as always, the arena did not disappoint. The format, you guys know it. It was wide open, hence the name Anything Goes. The decks were wild, and the competition definitely brought out some chaos that we always love to see in these throwdown style tournaments. So for the results, let's start at the top. Your champion was none other than Zamaro, who brought the heat with a Spike Titan named Titanic. So Zamaro played really, really well. They had a clean and confident run through the bracket, and that secured them the top spot, with Titanic living up to their name with some massive plays in these final rounds. Just behind Zamaro was Shanice, who made an impressive push to the finals with another Spike Titan. I think you guys will pick up on a little bit of a trend we have going on here, and that Titan was literally just named Spike with an exclamation point. This was a standout performance, but sadly, they fell just short of that championship position. And it seems like Team Fury had both of the top spots. So spot number one, Zamaro, as well as Shanice, were both members of Team Fury. This was an affiliate tournament, so we weren't having the team results and the team leaderboard, but nonetheless, huge congratulations to Fury here for, showing up and playing well. Now let's dive into our bracket runner-ups. For bracket one, our second place finisher was another tournament local, Karan 4567, piloting yet another Spike Titan named Duck. So love that name, by the way. They were a quiet contender throughout the day, but Karan made their way through some tough matchups, but sadly just fell short of going to those overall playoffs and the overall finals. Over in bracket 2, we had Aular take second place with the only non-Spike Titan in this top 4 placements. So they played with a Sky Titan named Peerless_MHR. And as always, this was a calculated and clean run. But sadly, even with Aerial Assault, they were just short of that overall playoff position. So GG's and congratulations to all of our top 4 finishers here. All in all, we saw some great variations in decks. That's really why we love this Anything Goes format. We keep it open to you guys. You guys keep coming with all these great ideas. What we've noticed, though, is there's continuous strength coming from the Spike element, and that's definitely something we're keeping our mind on as we're moving towards these moving towards the next balance patch and this balance update. But as always, a huge shout out to everyone who competed, and of course, a huge shout out to our affiliate hosts for stepping up, taking the plate, and really running wild with this weekend as well. This upcoming weekend will actually be a rest weekend. We'll dive into, what was supposed to happen this weekend and what's happening instead. So our next affiliate tournament will actually be taking place on July 19th. And actually, that's a perfect segue for us to talk about what this tournament will comprise of as well. Awesome. So moving on to the affiliate tournament that will happen July 19th. But actually, this weekend, July 12th, we were originally set to have our Titan tournament. But as we've said in previous AMAs, I think about 2 weeks ago and most likely on last week as well, we actually won't be launching another Titan tournament until we feel fully confident in our back-end testing. And we've really made some progress with that testing. I know Ads has some really great news to share with you all, but sadly, we don't feel confident just yet in terms of running a full-scale Titan tournament. So we really want to take this extra week, and use the weekend of the affiliate tournament as well to just continue to do some testing for us on the back end and making sure that when we do a Titan tournament, we're doing it right. And it's the experience that many of you are wanting from these Titan tournaments. So with that in mind, this weekend will officially be a rest weekend, but our community, especially our affiliate hosts, do not want to stop the competition and the action. So we're excited to announce that our affiliate hosts have stepped up yet again, and on July 19th, we will have the arena live for another tournament as we continue to test behind the scenes. So this tournament, the format is still up for debate, but right now it looks like we're moving forward with the Anything Goes format. We'll make an announcement on Monday just to solidify what that's like before registrations on Tuesday, but it looks like our affiliate hosts are pushing for another Anything Goes format. So this is our classic affiliate structure, and as I mentioned, next week we'll be dropping all of the details on if there are any weapon restrictions, any Titan element restrictions, any of that good stuff. But what we do know is you can expect some high-stakes best-of-3 battles, some creative builds, and some new players looking to make a name for themselves ahead of our next wave of Titan tournaments. So with this standard structure, we'll be running our standard prize pool that you guys know and love. So if you're in the top 32, you're earning $30. If you're in the top 16, you get an additional 30 on top of that original 30. Top 8, an additional 35 on top of that. Top 4, another additional $35. And if you're the block runner-up, you're going home with a total of $165 USD. If you're a block champion, you get $185 USD, as well as the opportunity to play in our block finals. Good job, Dexter. Keep taking those notes. I love that GIF there. And those competing in the overall championships, if you're the runner-up, you're still going home with a hefty prize. You're getting $225 total, and if you're the champion, you get that extra 20 USD, and you're going home with $245 USD. So since this will be following our normal format, most likely we will also be maintaining our same tournament schedule. You guys know it, but I'll go through it anyways. Round 1, 8 a.m. to 8:40. Round 2, 8:55 to 9:20. A little bit of a 15-minute break there to get our affiliate host to make sure everything's squared away in terms of the results. Round 3 will be taking place from 9:25 to 9:45. Our quarterfinals from 9:50 to 10:10. Semifinals 10:15 to 10:30. block finals 10:35 and 10:50. And a reminder, these block finals is when our streaming will begin. So streaming will begin at 10:35 with Ross as well as Nugget if they can make it. From there, we have our overall final, which will happen after obviously these block finals, to determine who is the champion of our affiliate tournament that weekend of July 19. So whether you're warming up for the return of Titan tournaments, or you just want to sharpen some of your decks and earn some rewards, this upcoming affiliate is your moment to make a name for yourself in the arena. And again, registrations open up this Tuesday, 11 a.m. EST for holders of Titan NFTs, with 12 p.m. EST for the public. Again, we'll make another announcement on Monday. Just make sure you guys know all of those details. Make sure to set your reminders, clear your schedule, and we'll see you back in the arena. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. Perfect. And now I'll hand it over to Ads to talk a little bit about our time in Brazil and just how we're feeling about everything.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much, Blake, for all that tournament info. All right, so we have had a wonderful few days here in Brazil. We landed first thing on Monday morning. You know how we like to go straight into meetings on a Monday from the airport, and then we're closing things out at the end of the week. So it was a really quick trip for us, but we had a very strict agenda and things that we wanted to achieve, and I can say pretty confidently that we achieved what we wanted to. It was a very focused sprint, right? It was for us to really kick things off with our local marketing agency. That we're working with Druid, right? They're probably the most famous gaming marketing agency here in Brazil, and really start to think about our launch plan that's coming into Brazil. Now, one of the things that we have decided with the yeah, we're like drinking guarana like all day, it's like I have like bottles of it right next to me. And it's funny because there's like a guarana zero, right? And then there's like guarana, which is just like full of sugar, which is obviously amazing. So that's the one that we're drinking, and we're like all hyped up, exactly as Blake says. But yeah, we kind of wanted to really solidify this strategy about entering Brazil. And when we think about our entry into Brazil, just to let you all know that we're really going into a 3-staged approach when we talk about entering Brazil as Reign of Titans. You've got kind of stage 1, which is us as a game, really solidifying ourselves in the gaming scene here in Brazil. And then we move into a stage 2, which is focused much more on all the activations and efforts that we are going to be doing with Guaraná. And then you have a stage 3, which is basically we take over the world, right? As we start to scale. So it was really trying to get these components down, and most of the sessions really centered around this first piece, right? How do we as a game enter the Brazilian market, right? So we had key meetings that helped us to lock in this roadmap that we're having in Brazil. Of course, the Guaraná team were with us every step of the way, and Druid, as I said, as well. So some of the takeaways and kind of findings that we have from these meetings, right? Day 1, we land, we're going straight into strategy sessions, right? One of the things that had become clear from this day 1 is that we need to take a much more comical approach into launching Reign of Titans in Brazil, right? It's about being able to understand the culture that we're entering into, the environment, the market. So we're going to do something a little bit different in terms of our branding when we enter Brazil, like trying much more to bring the IP to life. Make it like a little bit more funny, which is like, the balance of funny is hard, right? Like, because like most of the time things are like not that funny. So we're going to be working really hard with Druid to make sure that we can really get that balance and enter the market well. So any ideas that you do have, community, about how to be funny, we'll take those ideas, right? We also talked quite heavily about the BGS planning going into that first day as well. The Brazil game show that we have coming up in October. So we actually met with one of the agencies there, started to think about what the stand looks like. We're not ready to reveal all of the details about what this is going to look like yet. But what I can say is that it is going to be the most immersive and most interactive stand that we have had to date. We are thinking it's going to be, again, like slightly different to what you have seen before in terms of like stands, right? You've kind of seen the way that we do it, very focused around Reign of Titans IP. In the spirit of being funny, we got some like pretty cool like immersive ideas. Again, I can't share that yet, but I will be sharing that soon. So in addition to this, on that Monday, again, focused on strategy, how we enter this market, being a little bit more funny and going into BGS. We had some other really nice sessions over. Sorry, was just connecting to my phone again. We had a very exciting session with the TitanTalk team that is here in Brazil. Not only did they give us really nice Brazilian treats once we got there, which was kind of a highlight. You know how we feel about local food. But they had some really interesting like insights into, firstly, the local gaming audience that you have here in Brazil, the kinds of content that's landing really well on the platform. But they were able to give us some really creative ideas about what we can do with Reign of Titans, especially, of course, within the TikTok platform, to make ourselves stand out, and how like people could start to download the app. For example, one of the things that we are very excited to try is doing interactive in TikTok ads, where players are going to be able to test drive the game inside the app before they download it. Right, I'm sure that you have all experienced this many times. Like I said this like a million times whilst here in Brazil. That at the moment I'm playing this game called called Farm Hero Saga. If you haven't played it, it's so good and it is so addictive. Farm Hero Saga. It's like the better version of Candy Crush. Like it's like the underground version. People don't know, but it's better. And I have playable ads in there all the time. And it's not disruptive for me at all. It's just more fun because I know that I'm going to get ads, right? I'm playing this free game. So it's a much more interactive way. So, we're looking at these kinds of very high on our priority list. So again, something we're exploring as part of our broader media strategy. And just like different types of content that we could use as well, like in addition to playable ads. Like they talked about like swiping. They talked about like when you have like two stories and you kind of decide which one you want to do. So yeah, just some really nice creative ideas. We've kind of set that with TikTok, we're going to be back at the beginning of next month to have a real deep dive into creative sessions and start to generate this content, right? So as you say, Chiku, it's going to be really epic. And then finally, on top of that, something really amazing is that we visited this place. I don't even know. I guess I can say the name. I don't think it's like, I'm just going to say it. Yeah. We visited this place called Community here in Brazil, in Sao Paulo. And it was incredible, right? So it's basically this new space which is due to open up in about 10 days, I believe. And it's a new emerging creator school that's built a whole ecosystem that is entirely there for the next generation of Brazilian creators. So if you can imagine, there is like this giant warehouse space, like humongous. And inside it is just filled with everything that you can imagine for these creators. So you've got editing support, you've got content, monetization strategies there. You can imagine there's just like different spaces. Every single, thing. Oh yeah, we'll post some photos. Like every single thing within this space is designed to be shot, right? To be part of some kind of content. So they're essentially really giving creators the tools that they need to succeed, right? You'll go in one direction, you'll see like a full kind of music studio. You go in another direction and you'll see like a whole podcast studio, right? Or you'll just see, oh yeah, Blake's just posted some photos there. And then on top of that, it's a full kind of space for learning as well, right? So they have a classroom and they'll have a curriculum where they'll invite brands in, they'll invite the creators and people to really want to learn about what it means to create content. And the reason why this is so cool, right, is because in one space you just have this whole community of people coming together, right, in just this one space. Of course, we want to insert ourselves into this space as well. So we'll definitely be in talks with them about how we are going to do that with ourselves and with Guanana as well. So really, really exciting for us. Beyond that, we were able to meet some of the actual creators on the ground as well. Got some really good feedback on the game. Some of the things that they liked, some of the things that we can improve on. Of course, you can imagine first game user experience. We know first time user experience. Well, we know we've got these changes coming. That was a problem for some of the creators, but they did pick out some really nice, unique things about the game that they feel that we should latch onto when it comes to the Brazilian market. So really nice time for us to be entering Brazil. We're feeling very confident about everything that we're doing. And we're feeling even more confident about the partners and people that we're working with. So I said last week, right, that I was going to show you all something, right? And I said, so this is the alpha section, in case you haven't noticed, right? So I said last week on the TitanTalk, because I felt pressured to give alpha, as I do every week. I said that I was going to show you the label for the Guanana activation, right? We're going to post the label for you right now. So get ready, because we're going to show you the label. But couple of things. This label has not been shown to everybody, even internally in the company yet, right? So you are literally getting like the first look at this label. So when I post this label, you all need to not take a screenshot of it, and we are going to delete it. So this is going to be like a 30-second situation where you get to see this label as a first look, and then it's got to be deleted. No one, big reason why. A person who has not seen this label is actually RT. And the reason he hasn't seen this label yet is because I'm trying to surprise him with this label. And truth be told, we haven't yet gone through the final legal hurdle yet, but I'm feeling confident about it. So because of that, I don't want him to see the label yet. I want him to be surprised by this label. So no one take a screenshot. No one send it to RT. Otherwise, I'm going to be so mad if someone sends it to him before I send it to him. And then don't post it anywhere. Obviously, we do have to go through all the legal stuff. This is pretty much legal, what we're about to do. But you're our community, so we don't mind breaking the law. So we're going to post it now. We've got a 30-second window. Here we go. Posted. You're seeing it? Yeah. So this is the label that we're going to have with Guanana. Super cool. The QR code is going to directly go, we believe, to the game download. We haven't yet decided. It might go to some kind of activation of Guanana, but probably going to the downloads. Again, you guys have got 30 seconds to enjoy this. Do not screenshot it. We are going to be posting it again, of course, once we get through all the legals. But I did promise, and I want you guys to see it, right? I want you to be in this journey with us. We're just talking a little bit about this partnership that we have with Guanana. Yeah, I think it's been 30 seconds. It's going down now. All right. That never happened. Okay, so just talking a little bit about this partnership with Guanana, because I want you all to really understand the intensity of what it means to have this partnership, right? So we've said many times, and RT has come and said to you all many times, just how big Guanana is as a drink here in Brazil. But it's not only that, it's also a really strong brand. It has a very strong identity here in Brazil. It has a very strong identity here in Brazil. I would love for some people who are Brazilian, who might be around me right now, to talk a little bit about Guanana and how they feel about it in terms of being in Brazil.
Specifically the people
Insert, insert thunder.
Yeah.
But like, what does, sorry, I'm totally putting you on the spot, right? You know how I love to do this, but I would love for you to just hear really like what Guaraná like really means to Brazilians and just how big a brand it is here, right? Because
Yeah.
I always say it, but I want them to hear it from you.
Yeah.
So this is Thunder, everybody.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. So in case you didn't know, Thunder is the creator of the Titans. So all those Titans that you're playing with, it's all Thunder. The original concept, all of it. So we'd love to hear from you for a second.
Yeah. Well, guys, Guaraná, as Eds was saying, is huge here in Brazil. And I was a kid and Guaraná was already there, so this is something that at the beginning was pretty much related to this family thing, and now we're going to this place where we're going to be more related to younger audience. So it's still for the family, but we are trying to get this younger audience. So Guaraná is so great. Everyone knows about the brand here in Brazil. So this partnership is something really amazing, and we are really excited to do this with Guaraná. So yeah.
Is it true it's like the Coca-Cola of Brazil?
Yeah, totally. We can say this for sure. That is, maybe sometimes even bigger than Coca-Cola. Yeah, depending on the moment. But yeah, this is really huge. So it's really amazing to do this. And personally, I have to say this, that since day one from Reign of Titans, I was really waiting for this moment to do this with Guaraná. So this is really amazing.
Now one of your characters that you created will be on the can.
Yeah. This is insane. So so great. But yeah.
Cool, amazing. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Again, so putting on the spot, but
No,
it's cool. It's really cool just to hear it again from somebody who has grown up with this brand, right?
Yeah.
And seen how it's operated in the market. And you kind of brought up a good point there about, you have this idea of Guaraná being like there for the family, etc.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they're trying to do is that they're rebranding a little bit, right? Even themselves, right? They're changing their positioning. So this is why this kind of moment and this intersect that we have is incredible, right? Because not only are Guaraná trying as a brand to go into the gaming space, obviously insert Reign of Titans, right? A wonderful synergy. Like outside of us, they themselves independently want to get into gaming, right? So very clear, their objectives very clear, and it means that they're committed, right? They're all in. So you have that side of it, and then you have the other side, which is they generally just want to refresh their brand,
Yes.
right? They want to reach a younger audience. So we'll even be seeing with them as we start to merge, these brands together and do these like co-partnerships, co-brandings. We're going to see even Guaraná kind of change a little bit, which is going to be really nice to explore. So this is also a thing that's not a thing of like changes to the label. I love the idea of feedback on it, usually, but we can't have any feedback because this has gone through a million different approvals to even get it to this point that we're at now. So there is literally no changes that can happen to that thing. If we even change one letter, this has to go through like, a billion different people. So I actually think your idea is amazing. Maybe we can do that in 2026. But right now, this is it. This is it. Yeah, exactly. This is really nice feedback for the future, right? And once we do like actually, in general, as we like publish some of this. Oh, it's well now it's me, but it was Thunder before. Yes. I mean, my voice. It's like, it wasn't me. It was Thunder. Thank you. Thunder came in, Sankey, and sun. Thunder was talking about talking about Guaraná and how big it is in Brazil, giving his perspective on it, which was just really nice for you to hear from his side. I didn't just change my voice for a second. But no, really, really nice week. Exciting stuff for us here. But an incredible amount of work that we need to do, right? One of the other parts that we need to focus on with Brazil and Guaraná is how we start to also optimize the game for Brazil in general. Of course, we have all of the stuff that we need to do in terms of languages, right? Argibaro coming after you. But there's also like general localizations that we want to do within the app. So not only do we want to have all of the Guaraná kind of themed items that we've talked about, but we want to also put in like some very like culturally specific things to Brazil within the app as well. Like same kind of plan that we were doing in India. Also here. So good week. Ton ahead of us. Really good ideas. Really good direction. Again, we'll be back next month. We'll basically be back every month. But we're looking to start already with our ads going live already by hopefully by the end of this month. Over the next few days, we're going to start to spin up our Brazilian specific. Oh, can you hear me? It's because it keeps connecting to my phone. Like that whole listening situation I keep talking to you about. Oh, is it on my back? Oh, am I connected? Can you hear me now? Or like, am I not connected? Because I'm not on my phone. Okay, you can hear me now. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't happen to you, right? I don't know why it happens to me. Does it happen to you guys? Do you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying it's like connecting to my phone? Do you know? Like the microphone just goes to my phone. Anyway, that's probably just a me thing. I'll figure that out later. All right, so we're going to be spinning up the socials over the next few days as well, Brazil specific socials. You're going to actually see a little bit of a change in our strategy, right? In terms of our ads, we're going to start to move things to TikTok, right? Because we've met this amazing team at TikTok who are able to give us the support that we need. They actually mentioned to us, which is kind of crazy, that we would be like one of the first games that they would really work with as a team here in Brazil. So again, they're really all in and they're quite like connected with us, which will be great for kind of our numbers and our launch plan there. Yeah, they do. They do here. It's going to be, all the data kind of supports that TikTok is like the way that we should go, right? Obviously, TikTok and Instagram should be our number one. Right now, we're having ads on YouTube, right? And we've got really good numbers. So we're pretty like eager to kind of test what we can do once we move to these other platforms as well, which is why we're just like immediately starting to spin them up, right? Okay, let me kind of move into some of this testing, like updates and some of the balance updates. Let me just check if there's any questions. Were there any other questions that were coming through that I didn't see? If you have a question and I didn't answer it, just re-tag it again at the bottom of the chat. But maybe we got them all. All right. So, testing and balance. Things have probably felt like pretty quiet in terms of like balance, and it doesn't feel like we've had too many updates on it. But we are going through the balance, right? We're not in too much of a rush, right? Because we're still doing all of the changes that we need to do when it comes to getting ourselves ready for tournaments. No, it's not idle, but we're not like too much in a rush, right? But what we can say is after reviewing obviously the results that we've been having from last week's tournament, even the tournaments before that, it's clear, right, that we've got some problems with some elements, right? I'm not mentioning any element names. I'm just going to talk about Spike, for sure, being a problem. And of course, like we know that there are some issues when it comes to the different elements, right? I talked about this a little bit last week, right? Joke's on you. Oh man, that one irritates me so much. From the basement, yeah. And some changes, like when it comes to like aerial assault, for example, we want to move that into the general pool and do a new one for aerial assault. So the new balance, I said, is coming. I said it will come the week after next, and we would release the patch notes this week. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to release the patch notes because we haven't fully decided on all the changes yet. We're still kind of going through, and we're still kind of having a few conversations just about some of the different elemental effects that we still want to do. So the patch notes will come out next week instead, and then we will have the balance update itself as well next week. So patch notes, I'm expecting to come out maybe on Wednesday, and then the actual build maybe on Thursday. End of day, I'd say. Maybe. Yeah, not on the Friday for the new build, right? But again, as usual, just keep the feedback coming in, right? It's on our plate. We're going through it, and we'll soon have it all for you, right? With that, let me talk a little bit about testing as well, because that's been another hot topic for all of you. So I've got some really, really good news to share with you all as of today. So we've been able to simulate the environment for the tournament, like pretty much like for like, in the last few days, right? We had some problems like replicating it fully, but we have been able to replicate that environment. And I can tell you that as of this morning, the latest test that we did, it had over 150 people joining. And we were able to successfully have all the connections, and we did not have any problems. So we had over 150 people. So really good, right? So we're feeling extremely confident that we have found the issue and we have solved it. I feel like I just cursed myself because I say this every time and then it doesn't work. But what we're gonna do, the issue here, it's a little bit complicated for me to explain the issue, to be honest, technically, but it's basically, in simple terms, I can tell you the problem's connected around mobile. So it's not a web issue. It's about capacity issue when it comes to mobile. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. And it's on the server side. So what we are going to do from here is we are still going to do live testing again. No, we did. No. It's not just about increasing capacity. No, we did increase capacity before already. It's one of the things that we did know. We had to do it's a combination of about 10 things that we had to do. But that's one of them. I don't know how much I don't know how much you care about the technical explanation as opposed to it works. Right. Same for me. So, but we're still going to do the live testing, right? So we're going to do that next Thursday is when it's booked for, because we want to do it with 400 plus, right? So similar to how we did it last time. So we're going to be sending out a message for all of you. So please join and do that live testing with us, so we can really rank up our numbers. Again, we've had 150 plus, but we want to do it with 400 plus, in a real setting, real people going through, just like we did last time. But feeling really good about that as of this. So feeling really good about this as of today, right? It's the first time we've had a successful test, right? So really good. Yeah, I feel like we should give ourselves a pat. Well, I don't think we deserve a pat on the back, but we're happy to have. So that's it. That's all the news that we have from the Brazil home front. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we've forgotten? Push notification. It's on Thursday. Hey, yeah. Thursday for the one we'll ask you all to join. Similar time to last time. Yeah, I was about to say Sankey. Yeah, we got that going. In-game notifications, push notifications. I do not have an update for all of you on the tournament platform, so I'm just gonna preempt that question. But any other things before we kind of close this out and get to a rumble? Okay, what's the real question? No, it's not a bit. Well, the update is that I don't have any updates here, right? From how I talked about it last week, we're just still going through the testing, right? And I don't have a set release date for you. So it's not. We're still working on it, of course, but we don't. The calendar after August, right? So the calendar after August is being worked on, right? As we kind of said, it's dependent on the testing. We got the testing on Thursday, so that's going to be when we'll be able to give the next calendar dates.
Well, the biggest part of that will be the esports roadmap, right?
The
biggest part of that's the esports roadmap.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the tournament calendar. Blastwitch, sorry. Were you talking about the tournament calendar, or were you talking about the roadmap? Sorry, I thought it was a tournament calendar.
Probably both.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Me too, Vilsey. Okay. So a couple of questions came in. Can we? Okay. Sorry. There were like, yeah, so many questions that all came in at the same time. Okay. So Chiku. Was, yeah, we're nice, right? You tell us when's nice. You call for it enough, might come. How is there a way to? Will there be a way to rent our Titans through the mobile app? Almighty Santana, as of like in the short term, no. In the long term, hopefully, but short term, no. How's the esports part going? Yeah, so I actually didn't mention this. So the esports part is going well, right? We're still, on track with our target to have like pro teams, amateur teams. One of the updates I actually forgot to mention whilst here in Brazil, we actually met with Leviton, which is one of the biggest, fastest growing esports teams that you have across LATAM. So we've been, in the background kind of meeting with some teams to be having that pro conversation. As you know, we got spots for 4 pro teams, right? So we're kind of like going through the mix and seeing who those pro teams are going to be. But it's good. It's going well, right? Of course, we are a little bit, truth be told, right, we're a little bit like, I wouldn't say nervous, right? But a little bit like frustrated on our part as well, because, we need the tournament platform as well, right, to do it. So it's just making sure all these pieces come together, right, for it. Yes, Sankey, yeah. We got connects. We know some people. No big deal. No, it's good for us, right? Like, so, we've got the whole strategy in India, right? We're working really hard with Revenant. We want to replicate these kinds of things. I like completely forgot that even happened, because so many things have happened whilst we've been here. We've got we want to replicate these things, right, in other regions as well. Hey, yeah, stop playing other games. Stop playing other games. No, we know, right? It's super frustrating for us to Heya, right? But hopefully we're at the end of all of this, right? Seeing the light kind of at the end of the tunnel. I think I prefer hearing you say we need tournaments. I've already decided to play other games, than when you like go crazy because like the tournament don't work. I think I prefer like hearing these comments at least, because it's like it's so hard to hear when it's just like a poor experience for all of you, right? So So will the official fish if everything gets back? Yeah. So who is it who tagged me this morning and asked me if we're putting 40k in our next tournament? Who tagged me in that? Maybe it was a DM. Someone tagged me in that this morning. Was it you, Ilzy? Someone tagged me in the chat. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're just gonna go. I talked about this money tree before, right? That just like lives outside of Age of Titans. So we're just gonna go tap that and put it all into tournaments for all of you and have an unlimited stash for our tournaments. If only we could do that, right? So we're not gonna be increasing the price pool, right? Of course, for our tournaments. But we will try to supplement, right? It's not just about the prize pools for like having them more than once a month. It's also like the uplift for us is quite a lot on the team, and it's a lot on the moderation. That, you know, for you know, all right, we're traveling back, and then like it's really good for us that we have like a rest weekend, because if we had to do another tournament this weekend, it's a lot for us to do. You know, we've got families, kids, etc. It's not so easy, but we're going to do everything that we can, right, and have as many tournaments as feasibly possible. Yeah, they just connected again. Exactly, Chiku. I don't know what it is. Patch before next week's affiliate. Yes, we should have Fury. Oh, sorry, XO Collins. OX Collins. This is just a quick personal note. I know I have a million DMs, so I just have not had time, but I will answer them before the end of the week. By the end of the week, I mean Friday at midnight. Before that time, I will answer them all if you have been DMing me. And if you've been challenging me in ranked, I'm ready. I'm gonna get on ranked again soon and be like annihilating you all. Well, I'm only silver 1, but I'm trying to make it to gold. Don't start doing that jokes on you situation with me in the thing. I'm just going to exit. You know I rage quit. I've told you all I rage quit the game. So if you start that stuff, I'm just going to be quitting and exiting. All right. Amazing. Okay, let's move all our questions over to TitanTalk. Any plans to host a token based on ROT and airdrop it based on the amount of titanium farmed? I feel like that might help increase players. So we'll see. Like, fantastic question. I think you already know the answer. We do not have a plan to do this, but some of the components that you have put in there are things that we are definitely thinking of. But we do not have this as like a plan, right? You know, we're trying to move a little bit away from this kind of stuff though too, and think about like monetizing titanium in different ways, right? All right, let's head on over to Titan Games and yeah, get Blake ready to do his commentary, right? I did it last week and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't do any voices. I'm just not a voice kind of person, you know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Ooh. I hope people get it just as excited as we do for that. Oh, Guy Phil.
Okay, I just saw this. Let me first of all, let me just get my priorities in check. Let me just quickly enter the game.
And make sure to react quickly to the sword so everybody can play. And then ads will quickly answer this question from Guy Phil in chat.
Yeah, all right, let me head back.
But any other questions, please put them in Titan Games so we can just be, situated on one channel. All right, and as ads reads the question, I'll quickly go over the rules for the Super Rumble. We need a volunteer as well. So first one to say me. Oh, okay, I guess Killer Besto gets it. He says bonus me. So you'll get a medium loot box if you kill myself, Ads, or Killer Besto. If any of us commit suicide, if any of us commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. And if you win the Super Rumble, you get a medium loot box. All right, Ads, you got 60 seconds to answer this question. Go, go.
No, it's good. So it's less questions, more comments, right? Which I like. So Gayfile, some of the ideas that you said there, right, are things that we are actively doing, right? Like you're completely along the same frame of mind as we are, right? Like what's the full kind of spectrum of the opportunities that we have with Reign of Titans, with ourselves, and then when it comes to cross promotion, right? So some of this for sure. It just comes down to the priority of the things that we can do in the time that we have, right? So all the feedback and suggestions, we love it, right? Because we can put it into a vault and we can decide, okay, what do we have time to do for the moment, right? So amazing, and just thank you for your answers, right? Some of it is not so much for us, right? Because of the IP and the way that we use it. But some of it is very in line with what we're thinking for IP expansion.
So brand would be.
Taking a shower.
All right. Ooh, this is a big Super Bowl. We got 32 people. Okay, I'm just going to do the kills. White Shark killed Relzy. Gattuso killed Skog. Brutal Ace killed Mini Goddess. And we're left with 29 players. WFP committed suicide. Blazwitch killed OX Collins. Guy Phil stepped on a Lego. That's never fun. And Julian killed D Test Netter. IGAJ has a dagger. Almer killed Savannah. Chiku committed suicide, and I went fishing for some food. Gilberto killed Almer. RG Bureau now has a dagger. Blazwitch killed Vinci, and Ann Sharma killed Webbed Hero while they were sleeping. Ooh, 20 players. Brutal Ace killed themselves. Ads left their supplies behind. Oh, whoa. Cats. Soulmint has a dagger, and Luisana has a dagger as well. Ads is asking a question in the chat, but there's too many cats. Blazwitch committed suicide. RG Bureau committed suicide. Gattuso has a dagger, and Edith. A lot of suicides, that one. Ooh, 3 suicides in that round. Oh, White Shark committed suicide. Almer is back alive. And Ross, our resident teacher, has killed Ansh Sharma. Ooh, round 8, 10 players left. Aloe killed Sankey. I killed Almer. Heya heard someone walking near them. And Julian killed Blackfire before Luisana killed D Phoenix Wolf, and we have 10 players. Round 9, I have a dagger. Killer Besto killed Julian. Luisana killed Soulmint. I killed Killer Besto, and Aloe also has a dagger. This is a dagger v dagger situation.
Am I still here? Is Dexter still here?
I think Ads is still there.
I'm gonna make a joke about Dexter.
Aloe killed Ross. Gattuso killed Aloe, and then I killed Hey. A lot of kills this time for me. I'm feeling it, guys. I think the last time I played I actually won too. So just winner's attitude. Look at that. Look at that. Gattuso killed Ads. Gattuso then killed Luisana. And then I killed Gattuso. Ooh, I am the winner. Screenshot. All right, that's going to be one of my best performances in a while. All right, we'll end it there with a win for me. Should we do one more?
Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I want Dexter to win so I can make the joke about Dexter being a killer. Yeah.
Great show. All right, everyone. Good. I don't know, OX Collins. I did a lot of the killing there. I had 4 kills. Gattuso did help a little bit in the final rounds. I will give you that. Whatever. All right. Who is nominating themselves for the target? Who says me? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, Dragon gets it. All right. So if you kill myself, Ads, or Dragon, you will get a medium loot box. If any of us commit suicide, everyone who is playing will get a normal loot box. And whoever wins the Super Rumble, I bet it's going to be me again, will also win a medium loot box. Mirage, it never happened. Use Disrupt. All right. Less than 2 minutes to go here. Almost 30 players. This is a war era. I've never done one of these war era ones. 60 seconds. The FBI showing up at my door thanks to OX Collins reporting me. Right. I'm curious to see some memes from the community as well. I know Relzy's going to be working on some memes, but maybe we'll have some meme competitions next week, especially as we're, trying to explore some memes down here in Brazil.
Yeah. I feel like our community are going to be really funny with the content.
I mean, they're going to be the best.
Yeah.
They're going to be the best meme makers out there.
Yeah, we'll have to hit up Ferno.
Ferno.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's been busy.
15
seconds before our War Super Rumble. Phoenix Wolf is sending out threats to an umbrella. I'm not really sure what that means. And we are almost there. Oh, 30. We just made it. 30 participants. Let's go. Dexter's getting hyped. I'm getting my voice right as Relzy killed WFB. Vinci killed Amer. Oh, I committed suicide. Whatever. White Shark killed Guy Phil. Julian committed suicide. Luisana committed suicide. And we're on to round 2. Ooh, Killer Bezel committed suicide. IGAJ killed RG Bureau. Aloe killed Ann Sharma. Soulmint killed AJ. And Guy Phil is alive. Oh, I'm back. I am back. D-Mini Goddess killed Savannah. Relzy committed suicide. And Sankey killed Skagamore. Who WFP 2 times dying in the first round. OX Collins killed. Who did they kill? Killed Soulmint. I killed D Phoenix Wolf. Blackfire. I don't know what happened. But Ads has a grenade. That's quite intense, Ads.
Yeah.
Ads blasted Aloe.
Yep.
Sankey committed suicide. Vinci killed me. Brutal Ace killed Edith. And Blazwitch committed suicide. All right, I need to revive here. Hold up. Sorry, everybody. Commentary pause. Brutal Ace committed suicide. D-Mini Goddess killed Guy Phil. Vinci killed Webbed Hero and now has a grenade.
Wait, who's got a grenade? Vinci.
D-Mini Goddess. Nothing happened. Heya has a nuke.
Ooh.
Whoa. Vinci committed suicide. Oh, Heya produced Ads with a nuke. No! RG Bureau is alive. Test Nestor committed suicide. All right. I don't even know what round we're in. I don't even know how many people. 4 left, round 9. Heya killed OX Collins again with a nuke, then killed RG Bureau. Someone needs to get this nuke away from Heya.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright, come back alive. Nope. Oh! Heya tripped on their laces. Gattuso killed White Shark. Gattuso then killed Mini Goddess and wins.
GG's. All right, that was a lot of fun. Thank you all for playing some Rumble with us to end up our week here. No, just really nice going into next week. Positive vibes from our side over here. We'll have some more alpha for you coming next week. We'll feel the pressure as usual, so we'll bring something good. Enjoy the rest weekend, everyone, and we'll be back with more testing next week to get into our tournaments and all the announcements you'll see. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.